Guys, I want you to understand something. The way you win with money is you begin to control your behaviors. It's the only variable you can control. You have to change the person in your mirror. You got to have that moment, like my friend Les Brown, the great motivator, says, where you finally say, I've had it. I am sick and tired of being sick and tired. I've had it. And when you have that moment, only then are you ready to change.
And there's a price to be paid to win. You show up every day doing the smart things. And that's true in the gym, that's true in the checkbook, and it's true in your career, it's true in your marriage. I mean, if you're sitting there with a pile of money, there's options. If you're sitting there broke, you don't have options. So go ahead and pile up some money and get ready, and then you can choose to be a blessing. The whole thing is the debt keeps you from building wealth.
Okay.
And when you can stay away from payments and you're not giving other people all your money, there's a direct correlation between that and becoming wealthy. And so it's just like it's not that you never get there, it's when you get there.
Let me tell you how you get out of debt. You run for your life. You got to turn it on. You can wander into debt, but you can't wander out. You got to put it in gear and run like your very life depends on it, because your financial life does depend on it. Run, baby.
You know, there is no freaking trick here. There is no little technique. There's no Detanol pill you can take. Debt version of Tylenol. I'll just pop 2 of these and my debt will go away. There's no little company that you can pay a fee to that's going to make your life okay. You got to go freaking bananas. You got to go so crazy with your get out of debt plan that your family thinks you need counseling and your broke friends are making fun of you. By the way, if your broke friends are making fun of your financial plan, you're on track. Stupidity has a gravitational pull. It will hold you in an orbit. And the only way to break out of an orbit from that gravitational pull is there has to be this all-at-once focused intensity burst of energy. And you can break out of the centrifugal pull, the orbital pull of gravity. That's how you break an orbital pull. Stupid has a gravitational pull. It will pull you down to stupid every time. The only way you break away from stupid is you got to get pissed off. It requires an explosion. Boom! I'm going to change my life. I am not going to live like the rest of these idiots that are around me. I'm looking at them going, you're a bunch of sheep. You all look alike. Car payment to car payment, credit card to credit card, student loan to student loan. I'm going to be in debt my whole life. I'm going to suck my thumb and hope the government, which is well known for its ability to handle money, will take care of me when I retire. I'm not going to be like that. I'm going to change my life. That's how you change your life.
You have to have an I've had it moment to change your life on something as dramatic and that has its claws as deep into our culture as debt does.
It's not an intellectual exercise, except that it is an act of your will. Because you don't actually have to be laying in intensive care to get that being 600 pounds is a bad idea. You don't have to be on the verge of bankruptcy to get that $70,000 in student loan debt is the gravitational pull of stupid. And I got to get away from stupid, because stupid equals broke and desperate, and I don't want to live my whole life this way. I'm going to change this mess. It's not a pleasant discussion. It's blood and guts and sweat. It's messy. It smells. It's not fun. You're tired because all you do is work. You work like a bananimal, man. You're going nuts. You just work like 16 jobs. You work like no one else so that later you work like no one else. You pay a price. You live like no one else so that later you get to live and give like no one else. But if all you do is drive around in a stupid car that you can't afford, living in a house you can't afford, buying purses and dresses and pants and jeans and hats that you can't afford, and going on vacations that you can't afford, Are you going to live your life with this facade of stupidity and continue to think it's okay?
What if every time you failed, you said, that's my future, and you just quit? Henry Ford said, failure is the opportunity to begin again, and this time more intelligently. You ever done something wrong and never do it again? You will either run from your past or you will learn from it.
Go be somebody. There's no reason that you have to be stuck somewhere because some liberal journalist said you were stuck. You're not stuck. You're stagnant. Don't be stagnant. You know what stagnant pond water does? It grows scum on top. You don't want to be stagnant. You get scummy. You need to go be somebody. You need to leave the cave, kill something, and drag it home. You need to decide that my life is not good enough the way it is, and so I am going to control the controllables. I am going to change some things. People who win intentionally. Winning is not an accidental thing. It's an intentional act. It doesn't just accidentally happen. People choose to put things into their life, behaviors, habits, and they choose to change to get better. And by the way, if you've not chosen to get better, you have by default chosen to get worse, because nothing stays the same. You're either growing or you're dying, baby. And every relationship you're in is either growing or it's dying. Everything you're doing is either growing or dying. It's either getting better or it's getting worse. And a lot of it has to do with your choice.